All right, everyone, welcome. So let's go ahead and get started today with your gentle yoga. I hope your day is going well. And now you get 45 minutes to just hit that pause button, right? And just let the rest of the day go. I'm going to focus for a moment on your breathing. So we're going to start in a seated posture. You'll want to put a folded blanket, towel, small pillow, something underneath your hips, right? To raise you up. That's going to make it more comfortable for you to sit on the floor, to sit with a straight back. If you get uncomfortable with your legs crossed, go ahead and stretch your leg out. You can even have both legs stretched out. Something like this should be pretty comfortable. The most important thing is that you're sitting with a nice straight back. And that is going to allow you to take some deep breaths. And you're going to notice that as your breath starts to deepen, your body will start to relax. Your mind will get a little quieter. And you'll come out of this session feeling a little more focused and relaxed. So let's go ahead and start with the hands either in your lap or on your knees. And for a moment, I just want you to close your eyes. So you're blocking out your senses a little bit. And let's just focus on the sounds in the room and outside of the room. Okay, just listen for a moment. That's a nice way to bring yourself into this moment. And now bring your awareness from the sounds in the room to your posture, right? Lengthen from the base of the spine, up your back, through the neck, all the way up through the top of your head. And just relax down through the forehead, around your eyes. Relax down through the face. Relax your jaw. And relax down through the neck, the shoulders, all the way down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders, relax through the upper back, your chest, your lungs, your heart center, down through the abdomen, through the lower back. And relax from the hips, all the way down the legs, through your feet and your toes. And now take your awareness from your posture, and I want you to focus on your breathing. So count to yourself the length of your inhale and count again the length of your exhale. And see if you can even out your breath. So if you inhale to the count of 7, you'll exhale to the count of 7. And do that for a couple of breaths. If you find your mind is wandering, just keep bringing it back to the breath. All right, with your next exhale, let your chin come forward, hang your head down. And draw the chest up towards your chin and just hold for a moment. And feel that stretch through the back of your neck down into your shoulders. And then roll your head to one side so the face is forward. Let the ear hang toward your shoulder. And just relax your jaw. And then around to the back, let your head go back. And now over to the other side. And then back down to the front. Let's do a few circles. So inhale, roll your head to the back. And then exhale, bring your head back down to the front. Let's do about 3 or 4 circles to each side. And just follow your breath. So inhale as you roll from the front to the back, and exhale as your head rolls back to the front. All right, when you're done with those neck rolls, clasp your hands together, lay them gently on the back of your head. Let's add a little weight to that stretch. Good, and then bring your head back up to center, put one hand on the head, the other one can just rest on your leg. And then gently draw the ear toward your shoulder. And you're kind of drawing down with that opposite shoulder. Good, and then back to center. Let's do the other side. Good, and let your head come back to center, and now we're going to look back and forth. So just turn your head gently from side to side without twisting your shoulder, just twisting through the neck. Good, back and forth. Good. All right, let's bring your head back to center. So arms by the side, have your palms facing outward. And I'm going to have you reach up. So inhale and stretch up, clasp your hands together, let the palms go towards the ceiling. Now exhale and lean to one side. Inhale as you come up, exhale over. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Come right back to center. All right, we're going to go a little deeper now. I want you to place the hands on the back of your head and open your elbows back. So feel that stretch through your upper back. So now you're going to lean to one side. You can do either side. I want you to lean and release your hand onto the floor. So you can keep your hand here on the mat. If you're comfortable coming down onto the forearm, you can do that, but your opposite knee and hip should stay down. If you pop up like this, go back up on your hand. Okay. Now turn your elbow or point it up towards the ceiling, look up, inhale. And as you exhale, just look forward, reach that arm out over your head and stretch like you're reaching for the wall. I want you to draw down with that opposite hip. And 2, nice slow deep breath. 3, and 4, and then one more, 5, and turn your palm upward, inhale, reach, and draw yourself up, and exhale, let your arm come down. So take a look at your legs, your feet. If you have a leg stretched out, that's fine, but I want you to switch them around, okay? So if you want to stretch out for a moment, you can, right? And then go ahead and tuck the opposite heel in and put the other foot out in front. Or if you're doing one leg stretched out, why don't you alternate your legs? Okay, we're going to change or switch up how we clasp our hands together. I'm right-handed. I naturally will put my right thumb and finger on top. I want to switch that around. Okay, it's going to feel a little different. Go ahead and reach out, palms outward. Go ahead and come up. Inhale. Good. Place those hands on the back of your head. Inhale. And as you exhale, lean to the opposite side. Put your hand onto the mat. Maybe get down onto that forearm or elbow. Look up towards the ceiling and then inhale. And exhale, look forward, reach your arm out over your head and stretch. Drawing down with that opposite hip, that's 2, 3, 4, and one more, 5, Go ahead and turn that palm upward. Inhale, reach and come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. Good. Take the hands now behind your back. So you're going to clasp your hands together and draw back with those arms and shoulders and stretch. And then relax. Reach forward, fingertips touch your shoulders. Take those elbows in and back and around. So you're getting full range of motion. Nice big circles. And in the opposite direction. Good. And relax. Go ahead and stretch your legs out. Right? Flex your feet a little bit. Get some circulation back to your knees. All right. So we're going to come over next onto the hands and knees. So bring yourself around. If you are on a hard surface, you can use your folded blanket or towel underneath your knees, right? Give your knees some padding. All right. So we're coming into the table pose where you're going to place your hands underneath your shoulders, knees are hip distance, toes and feet are relaxed. Tuck your chin in as you exhale. And just round your back, your shoulders. You're pulling that stomach in slightly. And then inhale, arch your back and look up. So exhale, tuck your chin in. And round your back and shoulders. Inhale, arch and look up. And we're going to do that several times. It's called the cat and dog tail stretch. So back and forth. Hands are flat on the mat. You want your fingers spread out, right? So you're placing that weight evenly on both hands. All right, with your next exhale, draw the hips back toward the heels, forehead to the mat, and reach all the way out with the fingertips into the half tortoise. It's okay if the hips don't touch the heels. Just round or stretch out that lower back. Reach out through the fingertips and hold for a moment. Take a nice deep breath here. Good. From here, we're going to move into the downward facing dog. So open your hands a little bit wider. For me, the small finger comes towards the edge of the mat. I want you to come up onto your hands and knees, curl the toes under, lift your hips, and you're going to stretch back. You're going to press your chest back towards your legs. You can keep your knees slightly bent, right? Lengthen through the arms, through the back. Good. And then let's do the runner stretch where you're going to press one heel down and then the opposite heel, right? You're bending the knee, pressing a heel down, and then the opposite. So back and forth, stretching out those calves. And then shoulders come forward, knees down to the mat. Sit back towards that left heel. Twist over to the right. So you're reaching over to the right, and let's stretch into your lower back now on that left side. And just hold. And with each exhale, you're kind of going just a little deeper into that stretch. And 3, 4, and 5. Good. Come back up onto the hands and knees. Let's switch to the other side. So you're going to sit towards that right heel, twist over, reach over to the left, and hold. And 2, and 3, 4, and one more, 5. Good. I think that's like one of my favorite stretches. It's a good one. And go ahead and come back up onto your hands and knees. All right. Let's do a stretch for the hips. We're going to draw the right knee forward up between your fingertips. It's called the half pigeon. So right knee comes up. I want you to take that right heel, turn it in towards your left hip bone. So you're just going to turn that heel in Stretch your left leg back, just to go a little deeper into the stretch. Inhale as you look forward. And then as you exhale, come on down. So you can rest on your forearms, or you can come on down so the forehead's onto your, forearm. If it feels good for you to rock the hips a little bit in this posture, go ahead and do that. But I want you to relax into the pose. You're using that breath, right? As you exhale, just imagine that your body's sort of relaxing and softening into that stretch. Nice deep inhale and exhale. That's 3. And 4. And 5. All right, bring your chest up, hands firmly on the mat. We're going to use the downward dog to transition to the other side. So you're going to go on the ball of the back foot. Lift your leg, lift your hips, step your right foot back and stretch. And bring your shoulders forward, let your knees touch down onto the mat. Let's draw the left knee all the way up. Turn the heel in, stretch your right leg back. And inhale as you look forward. And then exhale as you come on down. And go back to focusing on your breathing. And 2. 3. 4. And 5. Good. Hands firmly on the mat. And let's step it back up and back into your downward dog. Good. And you can do that runner stretch again. Bend one knee, push the opposite heel down, alternate your legs. All right, bring the shoulders forward, let your knees touch down. Let's do a little more with the hips. I want you to take your right leg and step that foot up between your fingertips. So you've got so you can kind of see where my hands are. Your hands are right next to or in line, right? The toes are in line with your foot. You put the palms on the mat. I want you to go up onto that the ball of the back foot. So you're going to raise your hips up as you inhale, and as you exhale, let that left knee come down. We're going to do that several times. And 2. And 3. Good. Let that left knee relax onto the mat. Relax your back foot. And you're leaning into the lunge. So the knee is going past the ankle. You're leaning into it. So this may be enough of a stretch right here. If you want to go deeper, you can take your right arm to the inside of your leg and lean into it. And you might, depending on how your hips feel, be able to come down onto the forearms. That's a pretty deep stretch. So you just find a variation that works for you. And then breathe. Good. Bring yourself up, hands firmly onto that mat. Let's step it back into the downward dog and stretch. And shoulders forward, knees touch down to the mat. Let's step the left foot up between your fingertips. Go onto the ball of that back right foot. Inhale as you bring your hips up. And exhale as you let your knee come down. And 2. 3. Good. And relax that back foot. Lean into your stretch. You might be bringing your arm to the inside, or you might try to come down onto your forearms, whatever feels best for you. And focus on the breath. Good. And bring yourself up. Hands firmly on the mat. Let's step it back into your downward dog and stretch. All right, bring the shoulders forward, let your knees come down to the mat, draw your hips all the way back to your heels, your back into that half tortoise, and then open and close your fingers, your fists a few times, stretch out your hands. It might feel good to rock your hips a little bit from side to side. All right, bring yourself back up onto the hands and knees. Let's do one more stretch here on the floor before we stand up. And I want to do the thread the needles. This will be a nice stretch for your upper back. Okay. So hands are under the shoulders, knees are hip distance. Take the back of your left hand, put it on the mat so the palm is facing upward. I want you to slide that left arm through and it's behind your right arm. So you're going to slide the arm through, come down onto your left shoulder and rest on the side of your head. Now take your right arm and reach it around behind your back. So you can have the palm facing outward. If you can reach all the way to that left thigh, you can touch your thigh as well. So right now you're looking forward, or you can look up towards the ceiling. You're going to feel this right across your shoulder blades. And breathe. And one more. Inhale and exhale deeply. Good. Inhale as you exhale, slowly untwist. And right back up onto your hands and knees. All right. Back of the right hand on the mat. Slide it through. Come down onto your right shoulder and the side of your head. I want you to take that left arm, reach it around behind your back. You might touch the thigh. You can look straight ahead, or you can look up towards the ceiling. Whatever works best for you. Drawing back slightly with that left shoulder. And breathe. And one more. And inhale as you exhale, slowly untwist. And come back up onto your hands and knees. Good. All right, we're going to draw the knees closer together. I want you to sit back on your heels for a moment. And let's go ahead and stretch out the toes. So you're going to curl your toes under and you're going to stretch your feet. All right, stretch out the arches. If that's painful on your feet, go ahead and lean forward just a little bit and take some of that pressure off. Okay. All right, so from here, we're going to come up to a standing posture. So use your hands to help you stand up and bring yourself right up to standing. Okay, so just camera a little bit so you can see me. All right, so in our standing posture, let's start with the feet about hip distance apart, hands on the hips. You can keep your knees soft, right? Lean forward, inhale as you roll around to the back, and exhale back to the front. Do that a few times. Follow the breath, just like with the neck rolls. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's change direction. And come back to center. All right. Inhale as you exhale, fold now into your front bend. Go ahead and let your head hang. Let your arms hang. If you're comfortable crossing your arms, you can do that. Knees are soft. Don't lock the knees. You'll get lightheaded. And just rock or just kind of sway a little bit from side to side and let go of all that tension down your spine. Just letting gravity draw your head towards the floor. Good. And then from here, I want you to release your hands, reach the floor in front of you, bend your knees, and go ahead and come on down into your squat. If you are sitting or standing all day, see if you can fit in some front bends and squats, right? To release, so you don't get sore backs, sore hips, all of that. So let's go back into that front bend. And then let's come down into the squat. Good. One more time. Front bend. And bring your chest up. Hands come onto the hips. Inhale as you come on up. We're going to support the back. So just place the heel of the hands right underneath your rib cage. toes or fingers point towards the floor. And then soften your knees a little bit, lift through the chest, and I want you to lean back. Good, and then back up to standing. Let's bring the feet closer to each other now, so the toes can either touch or just be a couple of inches apart. Arms slightly out to the side, so now you're in your mountain pose. All right, inhale, reach out and up. Let your fingertips touch. Reach to the ceiling. Now exhale and lean to one side. Push out on that opposite hip. Into your half moon. Inhale as you come on up. And exhale over. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come back to center. Inhale as you exhale. Bring the arms out and fold right down into your front bend. Bring the hands onto the front of your legs, either onto your shins or the upper thighs. And I want you to stretch your back out, right? So you're flattening your back, stretching it out. Inhale. As you exhale, fold again. And now inhale, reach and come all the way up. And then bring your hands right back to your heart as you exhale. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you fold into your front bend. Hands on the legs, draw the chest forward as you inhale. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach and come on up. And then back to the heart. Okay, so we're moving from posture to posture, following your breath. It's called vinyasa. And you can move at your own pace. Inhale, exhale as you fold. Draw the chest forward, inhale. Straighten out that lower back, exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach and come up. Exhale back to your heart. And just move at your own pace. All right, let's do one more sequence. Inhale. And exhale. Draw the chest forward, exhale and fold. And all the way up. And back to the heart. Good, and just pause for a moment. Okay, and relax. All right, let's do a little balancing. So in this posture, we'll do the tree pose. You can either stand on your mat or actually stand on the floor. Stand on the hard floor. So for the balance posture, I want you to find something to stare at, to focus on. And then when you feel ready, shift your weight to either leg. Keep your hips forward, turn the knee to the side. You can balance with your toes lightly touching the floor, or bring that foot up above the ankle, or draw that foot up above the knee. Don't use the knee as a ledge. Have the foot either above or below. There you go. And just relax your gaze, relax the breath. And then when you feel ready, you can bring your hands to the heart center, or you can reach them up above the head if you prefer. And just relax for a moment. Good. Let's relax on that side and we'll switch to the other side. If you fall out of the posture, right, just go back into it. Build some patience. And one side's going to be easier than the other, most likely to balance on. So switch your weight to the opposite leg, hips forward, knee to the side. You can have toes lightly touch the floor or put your foot on your calf or above the knee, whatever you prefer. Bring the hands to the heart center for a moment. And just focus on your breathing. Relax your gaze. Good. And relax. Go ahead and bring your foot down. Have your feet about hip distance. Let's hang in a front bend again. And just sway a little bit from side to side. Good. Hands to the floor. Come on down into your squat again. And then from here, I'm going to have you sit all the way down onto the floor. So go ahead and bring yourself down into a seated posture. And we'll go ahead and we'll do some floor exercises. Right, we'll work on the hips a little bit. All right. So this posture, come down to the floor. Let's do the cradle pose. This is another favorite posture. So you're going to take your foot and put it either into your opposite hand or see if you can get it into your elbow. Okay, you can do either side. Wrap the other arm around, sit up nice and tall, and just start to rock that hip from side to side. And just feel that stretch through the buttocks, the lower back, maybe even in your knee and ankle if your ankles are tight. Good. Let's stop that rocking movement. Pull the leg in, and you can even raise the foot up just a little bit to get a deeper stretch. And relax. Let's place that foot now right across your upper thigh. Put your hand on your knee and then just gently bounce that knee up and down. Good. Now take the bent leg. I want you to cross it over your straight one. So the foot's going back behind you. You can leave this bottom leg straight and lean forward, or you can take that bottom leg, you have to lean back a little bit, and tuck it under. Okay. If you do that, you'll have one knee on top of the other, or it might be just a little more open like that, which is fine. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lean forward into the stretch. So this one's getting into like the buttocks and hip area. This posture can help prevent or even relieve some of the symptoms of sciatica, which is a pinched nerve that goes down your leg. And it's usually from tight hip and buttock muscles. So just relax into the stretch. Focus on your breathing. Good. And then go ahead and bring yourself up. Let's undo the leg. We're going to switch to the other side. So let's take the other foot into your hand or your elbow and just wrap that leg up and rock it gently from side to side. Sit up nice and tall, and then stop the rocking, pull that leg in gently and hold. You can raise that foot up just a little bit more to get to deeper stretch. And then place that foot right across the upper thigh. Let's bounce the knee a few times. Good. Take the bent leg, cross it over your straight one. If you're tucking that bottom leg under, go ahead and do that. So you can do either variation. And then inhale as you exhale, go ahead and lean forward. And with each exhale, you might go a little deeper into the stretch. It's like your body's starting to relax, letting go of all the tension. All right, go ahead and bring yourself up. Under those legs, rock them in and out a few times. Back and forth. Whew. All right, so let's do one more seated twist before we come down onto the floor. I'm actually going to turn around, so I think it'll make more sense, and we'll face the same direction. So what I want you to do is lean over onto your hip. I'm leaning onto my right hip. Take the left leg back. Put the sole of the right foot against your left knee, and then twist to the right and come on down onto your forearms, onto your elbows. Okay. So we're going to start here, and I want you to feel that stretch right through your abdomen, through this one gets into the psoas muscles. Good. And just hold and breathe. And inhale as you exhale, slowly untwist. Let's come on up, and we're going to switch over. So sit over onto that left hip, take your right leg back, put the sole of your left foot against your right knee, and now I want you to twist to the right. Come on down onto your forearms, your elbows, and hold. Breathe. Good. And then slowly untwist. Go ahead and bring yourself back up. All right, we're getting close. We're almost on your back. All right, stretch your legs out in front of you. Inhale and reach up. Exhale as you stretch forward and reach towards the wall or towards your toes or towards the calves and stretch. And relax. Go ahead and come on down. When you come down onto your back, I want you to bend your knees as you bring yourself down. Okay. And then let's clasp the hands across the legs and rock a little bit from side to side. Take a nice deep breath here. Let go of all that tension down your spine. All right, we're going to do a spinal twist. I'm going to give you two different variations. So you're going to start by opening the arms out to the sides with your palms facing upwards. So right now the knees are tucked in. You can just keep your knees together and go to the left. If you want to increase the stretch, take your right leg, cross it over the left leg, and go to the left. All right. You don't have to cross the legs. You'll still get a good stretch. Now, when you do this, I want your toes and your feet and your knees to come down to the floor, and your right shoulder might come up off of the floor. So lift your head and turn so that you're looking out towards that right hand, and try to bring that shoulder down so it's relaxed and comfortable. And then you can put your your left hand on your right knee and add a little weight to the stretch. And now you're going to focus on your breathing. You can close your eyes here. Inhale and exhale deeply. And just allow your body to relax. You might even adjust your back just a little bit. You might feel it in this posture, but relax and stretch. Good. Let's slowly untwist. Ugh. And we'll do the other side. Okay. So knees tucked in. You're going to go to the right, either keeping the knees together or cross that left leg over your right leg. You're going to go to the right. I want your knees, your feet to relax. Look out towards your left hand. Draw that shoulder down. Your knees might come up. That's okay. It's better to have the shoulder relaxed. And then put your right hand on your knee and just slowly and gently stretch and use your breath to help you relax. Wherever you're feeling some tension or tightness in your body, kind of mentally go there with your breath. If that makes sense. And just try to relax and let go into that posture. Good. And then slowly untwist. I want you to draw your knees in one more time. And just relax your back. Good. And now go ahead and stretch your legs all the way down onto the floor. Rock your feet in and out and let your feet fall out to the sides. Let your arms rest by your sides with the palms facing upward. And your eyes are closed softly. And just take a deep breath. And just allow the body to relax. You're going to give yourself a few moments. And I'm going to talk you through a little relaxation. All right. So relax from the top of the head, down through the forehead, relax around your eyes. Relax down through the face, relax your jaw. Down through the neck and throat and the shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips. Back up through the shoulders, relax through the upper back, your chest, your lungs, your heart center. Through the abdomen, through the lower back. And relax down through the hips, the pelvis, the upper legs, knees, lower legs. Relax your feet and your toes. Relax again your toes, your feet, lower legs, knees, and upper legs. Relax through the hips, the abdomen, your lower back. Relax your heart center, the upper back, your chest, your lungs. Relax from the shoulders all the way down through the fingertips. And then back up through the shoulders. And relax through the neck, the throat, the face, all the way through the top of your head. And now slowly take a deep breath and start to bring your awareness back to your body by moving your fingers and your toes. And as you come out of your relaxation, you can draw the knees into your chest and relax your back for a moment. And then roll to your right side and just rest on your side for a moment. And then you can bring yourself back up to a seated posture. All right. So we're going to close out. See what time we're at. Perfect. All right. We're going to close out this part of your class, your Hatha Yoga. So bring the hands to heart for just a moment. It's always nice to set an intention for your day or your evening. Right? So you can think about how you want to feel, what kind of day you want to have. So I like to say, I am so happy and grateful that today is easy. Everything just falls into place. Even just saying that makes me feel better. Good. All right. And then eyes are open and namaste. All right, everyone. If you are going about your day, I wish you a really great day. And remember to take a couple of deep breaths now and then. Right? Bring yourself back to this sort of peaceful space. If you would like to stay and do a short meditation for the last 15 minutes of class, feel free to hang on. And we're going to go ahead and do that. All right. Thank you so much. So I am going to turn off the recording so that it doesn't disturb us. So what I'll do is at the end of 15 minutes, I'll just turn off the class. So if you are meditating and you want to stay in that space, you can.